Hi everybody, in this morning video from City Insider, I will bring the latest Manchester City update. Erling Haaland leading Man City rebuild. As Manchester City's season went from bad to worse, the C word started to be mentioned, whispered at first, but growing louder with every setback until the question found its way to a Pep Guardiola press conference: just what were the captains doing to stop the slump? With Kevin De Bruyne missing injured for 2 months, Rodri out for the season and Kyle Walker vacating his post whenever he played, it felt like there was a void of leaders. Walker is about to leave, but as the Blues enter a critical stage of their season, the situation looks healthier. De Bruyne is getting back to his best with the armband around his shoulder. Rodri has shown his support by travelling with the team to Paris, and Ruben Dias made an instant impact on the defence when he returned at Brentford last week. Then there are the new leaders. Reis has only just joined the club, but is already talking about how comfortable he is as a captain. Phil Foden is stepping up again, and Erling Haaland is also making a case to lead the team in the future. Haaland has never been afraid to speak his mind in the dressing room and can show his frustrations. But when heads were down after the Brentford draw, it was the number 9 who went round his teammates, ensuring they picked their heads up and went again. In a cool and charismatic 10 minutes with reporters ahead of the Paris Saint-Germain game, Haaland spoke like fans would want their captain to, on every topic from ignoring the chance to play for Real Madrid to the serious Premier League charges that the club are waiting for a verdict on. The Norwegian has led the team before, so it is not exactly a new thing, but it is fair to say that he is looking and sounding more and more like somebody who could be a permanent captain. Having spurned the chance to play for any other club, and let's be honest, they'd all take him, to sign a mammoth deal until 2034, Haaland has shouted from the rooftops that he is a blue through and through. City are looking to build the next winning machine that can continue the golden era that players like De Bruyne and Walker have built. Having secured Haaland to be part of that, he could be one of the players to lead it. Man City ready to announce Omar Marmoush. Manchester City are poised to make Omar Marmoush their latest signing, and Team Talk can provide an inside look at how the move came about. On January 7th, Team Talk revealed Man City had taken steps to land Omar Marmoush from Bundesliga side Eintracht Frankfurt by making a formal inquiry. Talks were positive from the off, as the striker is extremely keen to move to the Premier League and play at the highest level. Those talks are now in the final stages, and a deal is set to be struck to bring the Egyptian to the Etihad to team up with Erling Haaland in the Man City attack. Frankfurt were made aware early in the process that he wanted the move and have been open to the deal throughout negotiations. Medicals are now booked, and he is set to travel to Manchester in the next 24 hours to get the deal done. The total cost of the transfer could rise to £70 million with targeted add-ons. Marmoush is also set to be handed a long-term deal, while he has been given a guarantee that he will feature heavily for Pep Guardiola's side. A new forward option was a key position to fill for City in this window, and they wasted no time in making a move for the man they have been looking at since last summer. Contact happened then, but a deal was not viable, and there was always the expectation they would talk again this month. Frankfurt were aware of Marmoush's desire to move to England and had seen scouts come from Arsenal, Liverpool and Chelsea watch him in recent months. There was no real movement from the other sides, due to the fact that City had positioned themselves early on and were frontrunners. Talks were initiated on January 7th and continued throughout the last 2 weeks. Personal terms were never going to be an issue given the player's desire to make the transfer happen. A contract was quickly agreed, while there are some final details to sort between City and Frankfurt. There is no panic, however, with the crux of the deal settled and the man with 15 goals in 17 league games this season on his way to make his transfer official. Pep confirms major boost ahead PSG clash. Manchester City have been handed a major injury boost ahead of Wednesday's Champions League clash against Paris Saint-Germain. John Stones, who has not featured since December's loss at Aston Villa, has travelled to the French capital for the game. Fellow defender Ruben Dias, who had missed 5 league games with injury, played the full 90 minutes in their 6-0 thrashing of Ipswich Town on Sunday and is also fit. Ruben is back, John is back, and the people up front, they are coming back as well. Thanks for that. Now game by game. Let's see what happens, Guardiola told reporters on Tuesday, with 2 matches still remaining in the new league phase. City are looking to claw their way up the Champions League table. The top 8 teams qualify automatically for the last 16, while teams finishing 9th to 24th will compete in 2-legged knockout playoffs to secure their spot in the last 16. Step by step the players are coming back, and hopefully we can be there in the Premier League and qualify here. Today John came back to the team. That is incredibly good news for us, Guardiola said. We can add to the position that we struggled a lot all season. We could not find our rhythm, and the guys who have been with us, I could not demand a faster return from them as there was a fear of being injured. We could not sustain the intensity that has defined in the past 9 years, but now hopefully we can do it. Now comes the toughest period of the season. The challenge is there, and we go for it. Both City and PSG have struggled in the Champions League this season, with PSG 25th on 7 points. Guardiola had kind words for PSG coach Luis Enrique, who is his friend. I want from the deepest of my heart a horrible performance from PSG tomorrow, so we can beat them, but it will be 95 minutes, and afterwards the relation with Luis Enrique will return to how it always has been. He said, "Our families are really, really close. There are friendships that will be eternal, forever. I love them, I think they love us. We have an incredible connection. We are happy when we can see each other." Victor Reis's first word. City have completed the signing of Brazilian defender Victor Reis from Palmeiras. The 19-year-old has signed a 4.5-year deal with the Premier League champions, who brought in Uzbekistan defender Abdulkadir Kusanov on the same length contract on Monday. "I'm excited to join Manchester City, one of the biggest clubs in the world," Reis said. "Everyone has seen the amazing achievements in recent seasons, and I want to make my mark as we seek more trophies. Working with Pep Guardiola is something every young player wants to do, and I know he can help me to develop into the best player I can be." City also have a lot of experience of working with Brazilian footballers, and joining the likes of Ederson and Savinho in the squad will be a big help to me. City's director of football Txiki Begiristin added, "Victor Reis is one of the most promising young defenders in the world, and we're delighted to be able to bring him here. He is excellent on the ball and outstanding in the air. He has all the attributes needed to be one of the best. Victor is very young, but his quality is so high that we believe he can help us now and for a long time into the future." And that's the end of today's video. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss daily update from my channel.